Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members and staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is customary for the university and its guests to gather as a body for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. To members of a university, a ceremony for conferring of awards is a particularly important and happy occasion in the university year. To all of you, I extend a warm welcome. To graduates and diplomats, I offer congratulations and best wishes. This afternoon we've gathered in order that awards may be conferred on those who've satisfied the Council of the University that they have met the requirements for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Economics and Commerce. The University's mission commits it to the provision of quality education, research, teaching, training, and service in partnership with industry, commerce and the community regionally, nationally and internationally, and the provision of continuous improvement. The university has a commitment to the advancement and transmission of knowledge by the pursuit, recognition and the achievement of excellence in scholarship, research and teaching. This will be evidenced in the course of today's ceremony. Education today is about the acquisition of lifelong learning skills. I believe that the awards to be conferred upon our graduates and diplomats today will qualify them to make significant contributions in the local, national, and in the case of some, international community. Lastly, I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testaments today that as graduates and diplomats of the university, you automatically become members of Convocation. You thus join some 40,000 other graduates and have the opportunity through elected representatives to become involved in the governance of the university. Through Convocation, you will also be kept informed of activities and developments at the university. By the authority conferred upon me by the Council, I will now formally confer academic awards. Will all candidates for admission to degrees and other awards please stand? In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the programme on all those graduates and diplomats who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present. I now call on the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Economics and Commerce to present diplomats and graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Computing Studies. James Davies. Trevor Etheridge. Nicole Frogson. Brock Henry. William Henry. Michael Magnus Jr. Jamita Patirana. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Paul Allen. Kylie Armand. Troy Austin. Robert Bater. Brett Bancroft. Mark Bennett. Simon Bird. Julie Blanche. Donna Borrow. Teresa Boyce. Melinda Brands. Renee Brighton. Trevor Brown. Cara Budge. Peter Bush. Mary Butler. Lisa Jane Cagney. Taivaya Kumari Kanagasabe. Natalie Carver. Diana Charlton. John Clark. Andrew Cook. Diana Sukon. Sarah Dawson. Karen Dennis. Andrew Desilak. Anthony Dick. Debbie Dixon. Khan Doan. Melissa Donaldson. Ruth Douglas. Letitia Dryberg. Tracy Egan. Rebecca East. Christina Elbers. Megan Elliott. Nathan Eltis. Joel Evans. Roslyn Ayres. Neri Fairbairn. Shay Farbotko. Mark Fitzgerald. Rebecca Flynn. Natalie Freestone. Simon Gelder. Deanne Gibbons. Kim Gill. Kevin James Goodall. Cherie Goodchild. Mark Govan. Janelle Greaves. Benjamin Hamilton. Andrew Harvey. Stuart Higgins. Paula Holliday. Helena Holt. Todd Howland. Donna Hudson. Georgina Hughes. Louise Hearn. John Yannick. Andrew Jenkins. Simon Johnson. Jim Cassif. Francis Kentwell. Robert Kolarowski. Gavin Krawchuk. Michael Cosera. Cynthia Lau. Stephen Laurie. Anthony Lemarchant. Susan Lee. Jimson Lim. Suzanne Litchfield. Susan. Stephen Lobsey. Chuik Wing Lok. Indrajati Lukito. Jennifer Lynn. Charmaine Ma. Petula Ma. Stephen Manhood. Andrew Maritos. Troy Marchant. Leanne Marl. Anna McCallan. Nairi McCoy. Jane McEncrow. Stephen McGilvray. Nathan McGregor. Catherine McKenzie. Graham Menzies. Daniel Mewett. Adrian Miles. Michael Minter. Amanda Moore. Bryce Morrison. Mark Murray. Scott Newton. Brett Notley. Carla Notley. Gregory Nyman. Rachel O'Connell. Wee Ling Oi. Sandra Ognebene. Rami Omari. Kirsty Orr. Benjamin Owens. Kerry Parker. Stephen Parks. Paul Parsons. Michael Penfold. Shi Heng Peng. Narelle Penman. Katrina Perry. Leanne Phillips. Tracy Pilgrim. Stephen Pout. Michaela Pritchard. Karen Quill. Elisa Ray. Jeremy Rankin. Catherine Ransley. Stephen Roberts. Keralee Sanders. Jason Sharp. Sarah Shaw. Aaron Shipley. Paul Sidorovsky. James Simpson. David Smale. James Snedden. Joanne Stafford. Todd Steele. James Stewart Costa. Kathleen Stolman. Alicia Summers. Mi Leng Tan. Abigail Thompson. James Tran. Michelle Turner. Robert Vuk. Lisa Wadwell. Craig Wallace. Todd Warren. William Chong Guan Wee. Brian Williams. Nigel Wood. Angela Sue. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Economics. David Austin. Stuart Blundell. Julie Caddy. Dale Chapman. Catherine Chivers. Jonathan Corlett. Mark Costa. Anthea Dallimore. Troy Dobinson. Bridget Ellum. Amanda Gates. Selina Gilhotra. Mark Glover. Michelle Goodworth. Rebecca Graham. Kim Guest. Craig Hodgins. Karen Hodgkin. Elizabeth Hoffman. Anne Irvine. William Jacker. Paul Milenovitz. Matthew Mitchell. Brett Moore. Louise Munro. Aaron Murray. Martin Musgrave. Duncan O'Brien. Chong On O. Prashant Patel. Brent Piscos. Andrew Rocks. Martin Sainsbury. Carolyn Saxton. Glenn C. Samantha Snelling. David Stanky. Simone Tobin. Nathan Wall. Mark Wong. Anthony Windover. Michael Wood. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Craig Carter. Hayden Francis. Matthew Gleason. Jeff King. Jacqueline Macy. Wayne Malloy. Julie Maskell. William Quayle. Vanessa Sulukowski. Karen Suan Lian Tan. Adam Thomas. Angus Thompson. Yovita Wayana. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Law and Administration. Sean Langsford. Alexander Michael. Alex Nicolini. Romy Sang. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with honours. Class 2, Division 1, Leanne Connolly. Simone Polfriman. Kelly Wilson. In Class 1, Martin O'Brien. Peter Waring. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Economics with honours. Class 2, Division 1, Ross Kendall. Louise Pollard. Matthew Stevenson. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Graduate Diploma in Management. Estelle Graham. Michael Montgomery. Anna Tanu. Erba Toulouse Mahmoud. Nuan Wantit Tung Tong Pei Bun. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration. Graham Bibby. Yantina Patawajija. Bronwyn Rumble. And for the award with merit, David Smith. That concludes the presentation of the diplomates and graduates of the Faculty of Economics and Commerce.
I call on the Provost Vice-Chancellor Research to present a Doctor of Philosophy degree candidate.
Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. Today, the University is proud to honour a Doctor of Philosophy graduate who has satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Chancellor, I present to you Catherine de Est, Diploma in Applied Science in the Specialisation of Medical Radiography from the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, Bachelor of Mathematics, Diploma in Education and Graduate Diploma in Medical Statistics from this university. Dr. de Est's thesis is entitled Monitoring of Acute Myocardial Infarction in Australia. Acute myocardial infarction is a clinical term for heart attack and is a major cause of death and illness in Australia, but much still remains to be known about the number and distribution of heart attacks themselves. This thesis examines methods which can be used to monitor numbers of heart attacks in Australia and includes estimates of numbers of heart attacks in the country by age, sex, state and territory. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the Doctor of Philosophy degree graduate.
It is my pleasure now to call on Professor Peter Carmel to deliver the occasional address. Emeritus Professor Carmel has had a very distinguished career in Australian academia. In addition to producing the Carmel Report into Higher Education in Australia, Professor Carmel has served as Vice-Chancellor of Flinders University and of the Australian National University. He is currently President of the Australian Council for Educational Research. Professor Carmel has also had a significant connection with this university. He is a Doctor of the university and assisted with the selection of our current Vice-Chancellor. In 1993, faculties and deans, and he has recently conducted the review of the Faculty of Art and Design. Professor, we are delighted to have you with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Carmel.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, graduands, or I should now say graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Today, some 300 students are being admitted to degrees of the Faculty of Economics and Commerce. Those of you who have just graduated have acquired skills in economic analysis, accounting, management, information science, and administration. However, the objectives to which you may be devoting yourselves stem only to a very limited degree, if at all, from the theorems of economic analysis, the rules of accounting, or the principles of good management. Economics, accounting and management are concerned with means rather than ends. The objectives of economic policy derive from value judgments about economic and social welfare. For example, economics does not tell us that wage flexibility is in itself a good thing, although it may help us to analyse the consequences of wage flexibility. Nor does economics insist that economic growth should be made as high as possible. A more equal distribution of income in lieu of growth may be as valid an objective of economic policy as a high rate of growth. Similarly, there are no universal rules for the behaviour of corporations. Companies may be run primarily in the interest of shareholders, but equally they may be operated in the interest of directors or senior executives or of a particular major shareholder. And they may be run for long-term growth as much as for short-term profit. The context in which economic analysis is undertaken or management practices pursued is thus important. This context is to a large degree derived from history and from social and political philosophy. It has social and political dimensions as well as economic and commercial ones. My age, perhaps unhappily for me, enables me to look back over an experience of 5 decades or so of the Australian economy. Enormous social and cultural changes have taken place in Australia over that period. The changing role and nature of the family, multiculturalism, the increasing access of women to education, employment and power, social mores, to name only a few broad areas. Not the least of the changes relates to the prevailing assumptions about the Australian economy, its nature, and how it should work. A great shift in the economic paradigm has taken place over the past 25 years. Until the early 1970s, the received view of the Australian economy was one of a mixed economy in which the public sector played an important role in the production of goods and services, and in which government intervention was accepted as a norm, as was a high level of protection. The mixed economy paradigm has now been left behind. The role of the public sector has been de-emphasised. Much greater weight has been placed on the private sector, with an insistence on individualism, private enterprise and the market. No longer do we hear of the mixed economy or even of the government's commitment to full employment. Yet these were the currency of the 1950s, 60s and early 70s. Likewise, we have moved from a protected, inward-looking, much regulated economy towards one which is striving for full participation in the global market. Especially do we see ourselves as being active in our region of the world. Manifestations of this paradigm shift include emphases on market forces, deregulation, privatisation, user pays and best practice corporate styles. Lower taxation and therefore constrained government spending has become a goal of economic policy, as has the conscious promotion of greater efficiency in the use of resources to produce outcomes and of greater effectiveness in the production of outcomes to meet goals. Distributional issues, including full employment, and equitable income distribution, and the public provision of services have correspondingly been soft-pedalled, and Australia has become a rather less equal society. The changed paradigm is usually encapsulated in the term economic rationalism. The concept of economic rationalism derives from the proposition that in perfectly competitive markets, individuals acting in their own interests will bring about a configuration of economic activity that is optimum in the sense that nobody can be made better off without making somebody worse off. The doctrine of economic rationalism covers a spectrum. In its driest form, economic rationalism takes the position that while market forces do not always produce optimum results, for reasons such as monopoly, imperfect knowledge and externalities, any intervention in the workings of markets always produces a worse situation. That is, no government intervention is better and is always better than any. This is an ideological position which I believe is not subject to proof. For some, it is reinforced by a conviction that minimal government is a necessary condition for personal freedom. At the less dry end of the spectrum, economic rationalism is the belief that the economy's performance can be enhanced by exposing as much of it as possible to market forces. There is certainly some evidence to support this proposition. Such a doctrine is consistent with government interventions of various kinds, especially interventions to correct market failure. Moreover, governments may spell out national priorities which are consistent with a general commitment to market forces. Such priorities might include, for example, intervention in education aimed at enhancing skills, industry policies directed towards improving economic performance, and intervention in human rights issues in the pursuit of social justice. It is this less dry form of economic rationalism which best describes the policies of the Labor Commonwealth government of the past decade. Such a form of economic rationalism has accommodated government intervention in a number of policy areas that the drier form would eschew. Interventions include social justice issues, access to education, health, law, housing and childcare, human rights questions, equal employment opportunity, anti-discrimination, privacy, multiculturalism, the rights of Indigenous people, social security safety nets for the unemployed single parents and the poor, and national economic priorities for education and for scientific research and development. Thus, in the last 15 years in particular, the accepted model of the Australian economy has shifted from that of a mixed economy to one of economic rationalism in a rather damp form. The recent election of the coalition government at the federal level presages a further shift in the paradigm towards the drier end of the economic rationalist spectrum. This shift in the paradigm has been a fundamental change. It is a change that has arisen from trends in the world economic structure, in political thought, and in the social and political aspects of our society. It is not a change that has resulted from progress in scientific economic analysis. Indeed, the theorems on which the economic rationalist position is based have been around for very many years. The implications of the paradigm shift that has already taken place and of the further likely shift need to be addressed. Who better to do this than those graduating in economics, commerce or management? If a university education stands for anything, it should stand for a sceptical approach to received wisdom, a willingness to confront orthodoxy in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, a desire to question. May I conclude by drawing attention to 4 broad issues by way of examples. First, income distribution. Australia is becoming a less equal society in terms of income distributed and economic opportunity. Those at the top of the income distribution have been enjoying rising real incomes, those at the bottom have been suffering falling ones. A significant proportion of the workforce is unemployed. In absolute terms, some 770,000, of whom about 220,000 have been unemployed for more than a year. Moreover, poverty and unemployment has been concentrated among certain groups of people and in certain areas, a potential for the development of an inherited social subclass. Does this matter? Do we simply have to put up with it? Noting, by the way, that it is they, rather than we, who have to do the suffering. Second, economic growth. There is, of course, general support for the view that a high rate of growth of the gross national product is desirable. A high rate stimulates employment and increases the size of the pie available for us to enjoy. But high economic growth is not entirely unproblematic. Growth in the size of the pie does not automatically ensure fair shares for all. Rapid economic growth may result in certain segments of the society being left behind. Again, this is a question of income distribution. But quite apart from this, there is the issue as to whether today's larger pie may not imply the trade-off of a smaller pie in the future. The environmental consequences of growth need to be faced. Third, the public sector. A view held strongly by economic rationalists at the drier end of the spectrum is that the public sector should be kept as small as possible. This is partly because of the ideology that all government intervention is to be avoided, and partly because of a desire to minimise the tax burden. As it happens, Australia is already a small government country by international standards. 38% of our gross domestic product is devoted to government outlay, against a median figure of 49% in the 21 OECD countries with which Australia is usually compared. It is not obvious that a reduction in employment in the public sector leads to an increase in total economic activity and employment, or that a society with a diminished public commitment to education, health, and the provision of social and economic infrastructure is a better society in which to live. The question of the level of public services in a society is a political one and not one to be resolved by economic theory. The issue of the size of the public sector and the level of taxation is of major importance in affecting the nature of the society in which we live. This is not to say that public services should not be rendered as efficiently and effectively as possible, or that the contracting out of public services to the private sector may not be the best way to go. Finally, management practices. The paradigm shift from a mixed economy to an economic rationalist model has been accompanied by an increasing emphasis on so-called best practice corporate styles, with the popularisation of such management tools as mission statements, strategic plans, benchmarking, continuous improvement and total quality management. There has been a tendency to emphasise the commonality of management issues across all kinds of activities at the expense of the content of what is being managed and its diversity. The need for efficiency in the use of resources, considerations of human resource management, and effectiveness in achieving objectives are, of course, common to all organisations. But organisations do differ in purpose and ethos. Managing an army is not the same as managing a supermarket. Managing a university is not the same as managing a bank. Management cannot ignore the nature and purposes of what is being managed, and thought needs to be addressed to this issue. You will gather from what I have been saying that in addition to the specific skills you have acquired over your years in the Faculty of Economics and Commerce, you should take from the university a willingness to question the goals of your activities and to see them in a social context that transcends economic or business dimensions. Such a willingness is indeed the hallmark of a university graduate. I extend to you my congratulations and my best wishes for your future.
Professor Carmel, thank you very much for that stimulating address. I think you canvassed all the problems that we face, managing an economy, managing a university, a business, almost any sort of economic activity. And it does highlight the fertile areas for study and challenge which face particularly our graduates this afternoon. And I thank you for that very much indeed. I now have great pleasure in inviting Ms. Georgina Hughes to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, friends and fellow graduates. Like many of my fellow graduates, I've often thought of this day during my time at university. To me, graduation signified the completion of my education, the day when study and stress would finally be over and I would have that precious piece of paper that everyone said I had to have to get a job. However, with the benefit of hindsight, I can now see that this interpretation does not even begin to approximate the truth. At the time we first enrolled, graduation was a distant dream, so far away that we only thought of it fleetingly. After all, our main concerns in first year seemed to centre around drinking as much beer as possible and throwing paper aeroplanes around the lecture theatres. In fact, I often wondered if there weren't some of those amongst us who were destined to be engineers. But we soon learnt that uni was not just a social playground. We had to work, and we had to work hard. And so ensued the all-night caffeine-charged attempts to complete assignments the night before due, the weeks of mind-numbing study, and the anxious stress of awaiting those dreaded exam results. All of us have put ourselves through this torture for years. Those of us receiving postgraduate qualifications have even come back for seconds. The fact that we are here today proves that the struggle was worth it, that we are all capable of overcoming any obstacle placed before us, and that we have the courage and tenacity to achieve anything we desire. Graduation means more than an education in our chosen disciplines. University has taught us to think critically, to ask the searching questions that need to be answered, and to never accept anything at face value. University has been a complete academic, sporting, social and cultural experience that has been enriched by the opportunity to share that experience with a great variety of people from many backgrounds, each with their own independent opinions and attitudes. Thus, we have learnt to accept and appreciate the diversity of human nature and develop as open-minded, well-balanced and mature people. Today is an opportunity to reflect on our achievements and to thank all of you who have shared in our university experience. To our educators, family and friends, thank you for your endless encouragement, enthusiasm, inspiration and support. I am sure that there have been many times when we have truly tested your patience and made life as difficult for you as university has been for us. For your tolerance and support, a sincere thank you. Your contribution has helped us to lay the foundations for our future, and no matter what path each of us chooses to follow, it is the foundation that we will continue to build upon. For today does not signify the end of our learning, merely the beginning.
I think I can assure Ms. Hughes that drinking beer and constructing first-class paper aeroplanes is an essential part of the training of any engineer and always has been. I would like to thank Ms. Hughes for her speech and now declare this ceremony concluded. Graduates and their guests are invited to join us in the marquee on the north side of the Great Hall for refreshments.